Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Today I am taking chapter 3, reproduction in humans. Is it clear? We have completed chapter 2, reproduction in plants. Now I am taking reproduction in humans. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Look at the page number 27. In humans, there is a sexual reproduction take place. In this reproduction, two parents are required for sexual reproductions. Right? Have a look here. Reproduction is the process in which organisms give rise to new individual of their own kind. You can write the definition of reproduction. Write the definition of reproduction. Reproduction is the process in which organisms give rise to new individuals of their own kind. This process is known as reproduction. Reproduction also help in continuance of the species. It is helpful in continuity of the life or continuity of that particular species. Sometimes we are hearing that that type of creature is endangered, and so because of this they do not reproduce. The number of that particular species is lacking. To avoid this, reproduction have to take place. Different organisms reproduce in different ways. Here is we have already studied about the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, in some organisms there is a asexual reproduction can take place, like amoeba, hydra, and others are taking place in this way. They require only one parent for this. In asexual reproduction, the organism require only one parent. There are different kinds of method of asexual reproduction, like binary fission. It take place in amoeba. Budding, it take place in hydra. Hydra reproduce through budding. Amoeba reproduce through binary fission. But in most of the animals, the sexual reproduction take place. In this process, two sex and two parents are required for this, male and female. And these male and female cells, sexual cells, are known as gametes or sperm ova. Sperm and ova. The sperm is a male gamete and ova is a female gamete. This fuse together. Sperm and ova fuse together to form zygote. To form zygote. These, after the fusion of sperm and ova, zygote is formed and it develops into a new species resembling the parents. First we have to look binary fission in amoeba. Asexual reproduction in small animals like binary fission. In amoeba, what happened here? Amoeba has irregular shape and it has nucleus and cytoplasm. What happened here? First, this nucleus divide into two. Nucleus divide into two. Method of reproduction or present in the single cell animal. This type of method is found in single cell organism like amoeba, paramecium, etc. First, the nucleus divide into two. After that, cytoplasm move, nucleoplasm move in both the part of the nucleus. Then after that, a groove is formed here to separate the both the cells, and when they get mature and taking the cytoplasm in a proper way, they separate from each other and form two daughter amoeba. What happened here? Into two daughter amoeba. First, the nucleus divide into two, followed by the division of cytoplasm. After that, cytoplasm divide into two parts, and then the two offspring separate and leaves a new individual. This is known as binary fission. Bi means two, and from one cell they form two cells. So this type of fission is known as binary fission. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next is budding. Budding take place in hydra. What happened here? Budding is a process in which birds grow on the outside of the parent body. It's the parent body. See, these are the tentacles. Here is a mouth. Right? And this bud develop at the lower part of the parent organism, and these birds detach themselves when they are big enough for the independent. They grow here to take life their own. After that, they are getting mature enough, they are getting proper size, they are detached from here and lives a individual life. This is known as bud. Bud. This type of reproduction found in hydra. There is a formation of bud in parent plant at the lower side of the parent plant and get matured here to live as an individual. After the getting mature size, they detach from here and start its life its own. This is known as budding. Then the next is regeneration. In this process, organism can regrow its part which is missing by anything, which is missing or lost. Missing and lost part, they can grow again. This type of generation, this type of reproduction is known as regeneration, and this process of regenerating lost part is called regeneration. Can also take place for reproductive purpose. They can grow their missing part or they reproduce through this process also. When they reproduce through this process, it is known as reproductive process of regeneration. The example of this is Hydra. Hydra is also reproduced through this, and flatworm. The example of regeneration is flatworm, and in lizard, sometimes lizard lost its tail. After that, it will grow again, regenerate. This tail regenerate again. But in flatworm, it's a flatworm like this. It's a flatworm. Flatworm having like this type of shape, like a tape. And when it cut from in 2 or 3 pieces, it will grow into a new individual. We are taking here 3 pieces. All three regrow in new ones. This type of reproduction is known as regeneration.
Ma'am, please turn on your mic.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done.
Yes.
It is clear, regeneration?
Yes, ma'am. Clear. Ma'am.
Okay, now sexual reproduction in animals. For this, there is 2 parents are required. Male and female. The male cell is known as sperm and female cell is known as ova, and both are together are known as gametes. In sexual reproduction, the male and female produce a special type of reproductive cells, and these cells are known as gametes. We can say that male gamete or female gamete, or sperm in male and ova in female. When the sperm fuse with the ovum, fertilization take place. They fuse together. When they fuse together, it forms, the process is known as fertilization. The process is known as fertilization. After fertilization of the ovum by sperm, After fertilization take place, the cell, it go for the cell division. Cell go for the cell division. This. Then cell division and produces a embryo. This is known as zygote. But after getting this cell division, see what happened here. This. From this, two cells are formed. Then four cells are formed. Then many cells are formed. Same here, a cluster of cells are formed, and these cluster is known as embryo. This is known as embryo. Is it clear? See what happened. Sperm and ova fuse together, and the process is known as fertilization. From fertilization, zygote is formed, and this zygote go for the cell division. Continuously it takes and go for the cell division and formed many cells. From this zygote, it forms two cells. From these two cells, it forms 4, then 8, 16, 32. A cluster of cells are formed, and this cluster of cell is known as embryo. This is known as embryo. Is it clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, female reproductive system. In this, there is a ovary,
Ma'am, we cannot see the board.
Okay, I will do it. You can see in your book also. You can see this in your book. See, these are the ovaries. And uterus, cervix, and here is vagina. See what happened here. The eggs are produced in the ovaries. The eggs are produced here. Eggs produced in ovary. Two ovaries are two whitish ova bodies. Here is two body either side of the uterus. One on another other side of the uterus. The function of ovary is to produce eggs. Only one egg is produced by an ovary alternatively every month. Every month it produces only one ova. A pair of narrow muscular long duct extend from each ovary to the upper part of the upper part of the uterus. Then these are known as oviduct. These tubes are known as oviduct, or the other name of this oviduct is fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes. The tubes arise from the ovary are known as oviduct or fallopian tubes. The mouth of this oviduct is expanded to form a funnel shape. Here is to form a funnel shaped structure like this. It's a funnel shaped structure. Funnel shaped structure. It is through this that a egg enters to the ova. From here, the egg move in the fallopian tube and reaches to the uterus when it released by the ovary. The uterus is a hollow inverted pear shaped. It's a hollow inverted pear shaped muscular organ found in the pelvic cavity between the urinary bladder and rectum. It is found between the urinary bladder and rectum. Here is a rectum, and the above side of this uterus is a urinary bladder. And the embryo grows and develops in the uterus. What is the function of uterus? All development of embryo take place here. Here embryo grow and develop into a baby. The function of uterus is to develop embryo. Now the uterus open in the outside through a long muscular tubes called vagina. There is a muscular tubes and it open in the vagina, situated between the rectum and the urethra. This is situated in between the urethra and rectum. The vagina receives the male penis during the copulation and also serves as the birth canal. The urethral opening is seen above the vaginal opening in the region of vulva. This is all about the female reproductive organ in humans. Now, the male reproductive system. Sperms are produced in testes. Sperm produced in testes. A pair of testes lies outside the abdominal body. They are outside of the body and in a sac-like structure. They are in sac-like structure, and the name of this sac-like structure is known as scrotum. This is called scrotum. In such an arrangement, the testes are at the temperature which is 2-3 degrees lower than that of the body. The body temperature is higher inside the body. So here is the temperature is lower than the body cavity. It requires 2-3 degree lower temperature as compared to the body temperature. So they lies outside of the body. They are at the outside of the body. This is most suitable temperature for the sperm production and development. This temperature is suitable for the production of sperm. The testes consist of a mass of sperm producing tubes. Now, these testes having the tubes for the producing sperm and transfer these sperm to the epididymis, leading the highly coiled epididymis found on the upper side of the testes. And these tubes found on the upper side of the see, here is a testis. This is known as testis, and these testes having the tubes, and they are known as sperm duct. This is known as sperm duct. See, urethra. Here is a seminal vesicle. Some tubes are there. This is known as seminal vesicle. Prostate gland. It is known as prostate gland. So, what happened? The testis consists of mass of sperm producing tubes. These tubes join to form duct, leading to the highly coiled epididymis. Here is it's a highly coiled tube is found here. It is known as epididymis. These in turn leads into a muscular duct, muscular sperm duct. After that, it forms a duct which carry sperm and known as sperm duct. Two sperm ducts, one from each testis. Two testes are there, and so due to this, two sperm ducts are also formed there, just below the urinary bladder. Now, seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle are the pair of lobulated glands, each opening in the corresponding sperm duct. There is a spinal vesicle and they open in the sperm duct just before they unite with a urethra. The both sperm duct unite in a urethra. Here, both open in the urethra. The seminal vesicle produces a secretion which serves as a medium for the transportation of a sperm. It requires some secretion, and this secretion is produced by the seminal vesicle to transfer the sperm. The mixture of fluid and the sperm produce a milky fluid. This fluid is known as semen. This is known as semen. Semen is a fluid which is having secretion secreted by the seminal vesicle and sperms. The sperm and secretion done by the seminal vesicle is known as semen, and it is milky fluid called semen. At the base of the urinary bladder, encircling the urethra, there is a prostate gland. There is a prostate gland. These pour an alkaline secretion into the semen. These cells also aid some secretion, alkaline secretion, aid in this semen into the semen as it passes through the urethra, and it is passes through the urethra. Kopler's gland are two small ovule gland found below the prostate gland. Here, In lower part of the prostate gland, there is a Coplers gland. This is known as this. What is the function of this? Two small glands found below the prostate gland. The secretion of these glands serves as a lubricant. It acts as a lubricant. The urethra passes through the penis and carries either urine or semen. It carries both the things, urine and semen. Semen is a mixture of sperm and secretion from seminal vesicle, prostate and Cowper's gland. It is the milky white fluid. Its average amount is 2-3 ml in single ejection and contains 2 crore to 40 crore sperms. The number of sperms is too high. They carries this 2-3 ml semen has that much number of sperm. Now fertilization. During the intercourse, the sperm present in the semen. The sperm present in the semen release in the vagina from where they actively swim. Reaches to the ova present in the oviduct or fallopian tube. They are having tails and head. This is the head of sperm, and this reaches to the ova and tail remains outside of the ova. Out of the million sperm released into the vagina, only a few of them able to reach up to the upper part of the oviduct, move into the oviduct and fuse the ova. The rest die on the way or absorbed. Rest of the sperm are died or remain inactive. If there happens to be an egg in the oviduct, if there is a ovum is in the oviduct, it fuses by the sperm, get fertilized. Fertilization take place, and from this zygote is formed. During the fusion of, the tail of the sperm is left behind and only the head part contains the nucleus. Fuse the ova, penetrate into the egg. The nucleus of the sperm fuse with the nucleus of the egg. It also has the nucleus and has the nucleus. Both the nucleus fuse together to form a zygote. Now the process is known as fertilization. Implantation or growth and birth. Implantation. After fertilization, the fertilized egg soon start developing, and by the time of reaches the uterus, what happen? They start cell division and reaches to the uterus. These cluster of cells reaches to the uterus. Here, the uterus. From oviduct, the zygote reaches to the uterus. A small ball of numerous cell is already formed. A small ball of cells. It's a small ball of cell. Small balls of cells formed a pit in the wall of uterus and get fixed in it and get fixed here. And the fixing of this embryo in uterus is known as implantation. The natural way of fixing of embryo in the wall of the uterus is called implantation. The process is known as implantation, and this produces the state of pregnancy, and this is known as the state of pregnancy. Now growth. Growth means any type of irreversible increase in the size and weight. Increase in size and weight. Weight of embryo. And it is irreversible. The process is irreversible. The process is irreversible of an individual during the process of the development. In the growth process, the single cell fertilized egg is known as zygote. Divide and redivide. It divide and again divide and divide and divide and form a cluster of cells. These division of accompanied by another process, specialization of cell. Here is a cluster of cells. Now the specialization. They specialize for the breathing, for the movement, for the other things, for taking food. The specialization take place in embryo. After some time, the whole process is known as differentiation. The another process is specialization of cell is known as differentiation. This is known as differentiation. The process also gives rise the various tissue and further various organ. They specialize into tissue, then organ, and then organ system, and form a body of a baby. Thus, the zygote grow into an embryo. The embryo soon develop into the baby, and this baby is known as fetus. The baby is known as fetus. The baby is known as fetus. By the end of the 5 weeks,